everybody, welcome to our fifth video of the Sideline Talk. This is we're going to be talking about the MLB beginning of the MLB season and what we are wanting to see, how we think it's going to go, and we'll go on from there.
Yeah, this is exciting. Good to see that baseball will be back. Good to have America's pastime.
Yeah, that's one of the few things that's kind of fun that comes to summer is baseball because it's the only sport.
Yeah, I mean, they're synonymous, summer and baseball.
Yeah, so which is nice to have. And right now the season's been off to a pretty decent start as I think 2 games are being played right now. And if I'm not mistaken, those 2 games are the Oakland Athletics versus Seattle Mariners, which is the bottom and the Chicago Cubs in Diamondbacks, which is bottom of the first, and the Diamondbacks already up 1-0 up against the Cubs.
All right, so we're off to a good start.
Yeah, and just so that we can do it every the first. So today it was the first game. Well, I don't know what order with the games that I have right here in front of me is Brewers Yankees. Yankees won 2-4. Then it was the Orioles versus the Blue Jays. The Orioles won 12-2. Red Sox and Rangers. Red Sox beat the Rangers 5-2. Phillies Nationals. Phillies won 7-3. Guardians Royals 7-4. Guardians. Mets Astros 1-3. Angels White Sox 1-8. White Sox. Atlanta Braves was the San Diego Padres 4-7. Padres. 6-4 Giants. Pirates Marlins 4-5 Marlins. Cardinals 4-5, and like all the 2 games being played as time of recording, which these games will be over when I get the video up tomorrow. But it is what it is. This is as of today, Thursday, as when the season started, not as from tomorrow when it has been uploaded.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the scores. Some of these games are kind of blowouts, like what was it, 8-1? Who scored 8-1?
I believe that was the White Sox and Angels.
Yeah, that is a big leadoff. And then the Astros, one of the games that's really stuck out to me is the Astros and the Mets. Everyone was like, "Oh, the miracle Mets last year," and they lost in what was it, the divisional round, kind of.
It was in the conference championship.
Yeah,
Against the Dodgers. Yeah, because the New York Yankees played the Tigers last year.
yeah. So the Yankees, that's an interesting one because they're coming off of an embarrassing World Series loss, and they have the most World Series wins, and that's kind of an embarrassing loss. So we'll see how they do this season, if they're going to rebuild and get smart, or if they're just going to sink like some defending league champions will. And then it'll be interesting to see how the Dodgers respond. Will they come back? Because keep in mind, 4 seasons ago from last season, they won in 2020, then 2024. Maybe they could win this year. Who knows? They have Shohei Ohtani, who is the most highly paid baseball player probably in baseball history, and certainly in the Dodgers history.
Well, it's in Dodgers history, but I believe Juan Soto beat that with his contract.
Oh, really?
Yes, he beat it. He's now the highest paid sports figure in sports history.
Who's he play for now?
The Mets.
Oh, yeah.
He went to the Mets. And the thing about him going to the Mets is it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Mets, where now they're going to have to win in these at least 5 years. And if they don't win in 5 years, the signing's going to be probably one of the worst signings ever.
I mean, you're paying this guy top money. We better see some results. We saw that with the Dodgers. They signed Shohei Ohtani. They won the World Series. The Mets have got to do something with Juan Soto. They better make it to the World Series. At least make it, if not win it. Because if they can't do what the Dodgers did, that's going to be kind of embarrassing, bringing him on, paying him all this money, and then you don't win.
Yeah, and it's either going to end horribly for him, or it's going to be like I said, they're probably one of the great best signings, because you don't pay a player that much money and then just absolutely tank.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then they're in debt, and at least baseball there's no salary cap, but the amount of money that they guaranteed is not the amount of money that they losing that money, because it's going to impact fans. Because if they lose, let's say, like $600 million in 2 years, the ticket price is going to go up. And well, he does well. I will say, hopefully, the Dodgers don't go back to a World Series. I really don't want to see that.
Me neither, man.
Um,
They're just, I mean, for any good standing Christian, the antics the Dodgers have put on recently just it's all outright shameful. And obviously that's one of the most controversial cities, I guess you could safely say, but yeah, they're just I don't want to see them either.
yeah, and I mean, they did win it last year. I mean, they did take down probably one of the best teams in the league, as in the New York Yankees. I mean, it was a deserved win, because they did pull off a lot of crazy stuff within the first year of Shohei Ohtani being a Dodger,
Yeah.
which that proved to be a great signing. Now, what we got to see now is, okay, we got one. Now what's going to happen in the next like 4 or 5 years? They can that is, and as of right now, I can check real quick the scores of the so as of like I said before, Diamondbacks are up 1-0. Top second, Mariners Athletics 0-0. Most of the games were fairly close. Like you said, there's like I think 2 or 3 games were scored 3-4 more points, which was the Padres Braves game. So the Padres won 7-4. No, sorry, yeah, 7-4. Guardians Royals, also 7-4. Guardians won. Phillies Nationals 7-3. Orioles and Blue Jays 12-2. I mean, it was
That's just a huge blowout.
oh yeah, especially for an opening day, and well, it looks to me it was in Toronto too, so that's not a.
Yeah, I bet the stadium emptied by the fifth inning.
Oh yeah, probably. And I would say though, seeing the White Sox actually score is pretty impressive after the abysmal season they had last year.
Yeah, it goes without saying all the fiascos that went on with that, like the let's be the team with the worst losses, stuff like that. Like, come on, y'all, really?
Well, I mean, it's a that someone's going to have if you like it or not. They now are the worst team in baseball history in 164, 62. So not good at all. But here's what it is. Now they have success, at least as of today they've had. And one thing I will say is Astros Mets. I think the clip of not Shohei, Juan Soto striking out at the final out, that's gone. That's gone across the internet, and it's not. I mean, it's not looking good.
Yeah, which is not good for the Mets and for the fans. Like, okay, so we signed this guy and he strikes out.
I mean,
Fans
the strike.
are probably not happy.
Well, no, it's not the problem with the striking out, but the pitch was. It was, I think, wide. It was like wide, way out of the box, and he just swung at it. I mean, I think that's probably one of the dumbest things ever. That it's like the worst pitch you don't want to swing at that pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he knew that he should have swung at it once when he did swing. But yeah, I mean, the Astros are always going to be dominant. I think they're I think they're making the playoffs, but how deep it's going to be impossible to tell because it's just beginning of the season. We can't go saying a whole ton of thing about baseball because baseball it's like 162 games, and you can say, oh, this team's doing good for the first month. Oh, they're going to go to the World Series next. It's not losing the next like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. So I would say it's too early to tell. I mean, look at the Rangers when they won the World Series. I don't think anyone was expecting too much that season. And then we get to the postseason, and then all goodness breaks through, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they they absolutely dominated in the playoffs. I mean, 11-0 away record. That's absolutely insane. Um, it it shows that one of the few things about baseball and whatnot. It's anybody can win. You
Yeah.
don't
And you
need.
also saw Alex Bregman signed with the Nationals, I think it was.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gone. Obviously Dusty Baker retired recently. So maybe they've lost a few people here and there, but much as I hate to admit it, the Astros are a good team. And as you said, there's no way for sure, but I think they'll at least be decent. Um, and also on a side note, did you see that Jose Altuve is playing outfield or something like right field?
Really, I did not see
Yeah,
that.
they're putting him in the outfield for whatever reason. I read an article about this and I'm like, wait, what? Are th- why are they putting him out there? He's switching positions. He's not a shortstop
I thought he was second base when he
or
was with
second
the.
base. Maybe yeah, second base. He's being switched, but that was weird being moved around. But hey, maybe that's what the new manager's doing.
Yeah, Jose Altuve. He's a great player.
I mean, honestly, I have a lot of respect for him. Watching him play in the in the playoffs, in the postseason. That guy can hit a ball that you'd think was impossible to hit and get at least a double, if not a triple, or a home run out of it.
Yeah. So I found one of the I don't know how Jose Altuve is playing left field for the Houston Astros.
Left field. Yeah, my bad, not right. Left field. Yeah, I don't know how or why, but oh well. Okay.
It's
Maybe they signed another second baseman. Who knows?
oh no. Um, I mean, that's a very interesting choice. I mean, he's not one of the tallest people in the world.
He's actually extremely short. Like what? 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah, something like that, which is why he does play second base because that's where your shortest players usually typically play. Um, so looking at the article I'm reading, he said, I wasn't expecting that, but that dang it, these stupid ads. I hate the pop-up ads. Well, anyway, that won't work. But by the looks of it, he seemed to have enjoyed um, playing outfield.
Hey, I
It's a
mean, if
very
that's what he's going to do,
interesting.
go for it.
It's it's different. I mean,
He's just going to have to chase that ball with his small stature.
yeah, Is that's really, I mean, he could get good at it. I mean, I think the outfield fielders, in my opinion, are the easiest positions to play in baseball.
Yeah, but nothing usually big happens. You may have a play here and there, but mostly it's not too bad.
Yeah, you can. I feel like it's the one few positions where you can have a middle of the pack guy and still win games and have good games in there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Big update. The Cubs just scored 3 points at the top of the second. So Cubs 3, Diamondbacks 1.
And that's another team to me. I feel like that kind of like went down after the World Series appearance. Were the Diamondbacks? I mean, yes, they made the playoffs, but they didn't put much threat into them being in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I had never heard of them. At first, especially when we lost to them in the World Series, I thought that the Diamondbacks were tough, and then they just fell apart.
I mean, they are one of those teams that I think when they went, I don't think anybody was expecting them to go all the way. It just
So they
happened to be
got
those.
lucky, I guess.
I mean, the Rangers got lucky.
That's true too.
Pissed about the Rangers. They play. I mean, baseball playoffs and season is just two completely different atmospheres. Because season is you can lose a game and still be dominant, and you still have and be fine. But in playoffs, you lose a game, that loss can carry on to the next game, and the next game, and then next you're out of the playoffs.
Yeah. So basically, the idea is like, play it game to game. If you lose,
Yeah,
don't
especially
let that affect
playoffs.
it. If that you win, don't let that affect you.
Yeah, but momentum is a big thing too in these sports. Any sport really. Momentum is the biggest thing that you lose momentum and you can lose. And take, and, and Red's been doing good. He's not so far. It's been good, fun to see. Um, yeah, and it'd be fun seeing how the rest of the season goes. I mean, the Rockies start off tomorrow at 3:10 when they play the Tampa Bay Rays. Most only half the teams are playing tomorrow. About Rockies, Rays, Orioles, Blue Jays, Pirates, Mariners. Sorry, not Mariners. Marlins, Red Sox, Rangers, Mets, Astros, Cubs, Diamondbacks, Padres, Athletics, Mariners, and then everything again the next year looks like. But yeah, this should be an exciting season. See some new teams rise up, other teams fall. I do think the Rangers are going to struggle this year, even though I hate to say that. But they lost just let's see how
Yeah, losing Nathaniel Lowe is a tough loss.
it is what it is. It is baseball. I think that's all we have to say for this video. I enjoyed it. I'll be probably going to try another one eventually. Maybe live streaming some games and see how everything goes. And with this.
I came to fight for the love of the game. Unstoppable.